So in our last video, we showed you guys all around, talked to you guys about the goats and about some of our ideas for down here on this bottom tier area. And today, Gary and I are going to get to work doing it.
It's going to be a little bit of back and forth here and there. I think the very first thing that we need to tackle and get out of the way is the big horse trailer over here.
I would have to agree with that statement because without it gone, you know, it's really in the way.
Pretty much. We had a heck of a time to try to get this thing down here.
Yeah.
I think it might be a little easier to getting it out, but I don't know.
Last time there was definitely some Austin Powers action going on.
Yes.
And hopefully it won't be too much of that today, but we're about to find out.
I have a feeling it's still going to be an Austin Powers move to get it out of here. Tow meter. Oh, bruh. That's just nasty, dude.
That's nasty.
That sucks. Old rust water from it just sitting there.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm glad that ain't what it looks like. It should slide. There you go. That is locked. Come on. That one's like... Put that one the other way too. That guy is locked. That is locked and in. Just putting that on Biggie.
Gary's and Biggie. Biggie's hooked up to the horse trailer. This is going to be obstacle number one that Gary is going to have to maneuver around. And yeah, this should be fun.
How steep is that? How big is that drop off?
That's a pretty deep ravine right there. I mean, look, Gary.
All right.
Comes up to half my leg. Over here, it's almost my knee.
Does that look a lot better?
That looks a lot better. You're probably still gonna bump into it, but it's probably about a foot right there. A foot deep right there. Keep going, you're okay.
Oh, I'm crawling to it. I don't want to gun it into it. I'll gun out of it.
Uh-oh. Come on, Biggie. There you go, Biggie.
Well, that was a lot easier than I think we both anticipated.
Only one little butt pucker when the wheels were spinning, but I knew that once you hit it in a four-wheel.
Yeah, I was just I wanted to try in two-wheel. I mean, hey, it's Biggie, right? So after that, I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try four high. I'm just gonna go four low, get her on up.
So where do you want to put the horse trailer?
That's a good question. So we have that option right there where big Smalls is, right? I've just got to start up Smalls and get it out of here. Smalls' brakes aren't the best though.
Okay.
Other than that, it is the power lines. There's that one spot that I was talking about over there. We'd have to do some work for over there. The other spot is over by the garage where we have our water tote right now. We could back it in right there in that area. Power lines, we could go park it over there, but we just can't have it underneath in the power line area. It's got to be off to the side. I'm just going to turn it off. I'm wasting gas. Smalls is dead. I already know it.
We put it in neutral and push it?
I mean, we possibly could, but that joker's heavy. Let me pop open the hood. Whoa, look at that Black Widow. Monstrosity of a Black Widow,
with
dude.
some eggs, too.
They're about to get cooked.
Scrambled eggs?
So before I even try to jump it or set up my trickle charger, I want to see where the volts are and see if I can jump it or if I need to trickle charge it. And a real quick way is a multimeter. So I'm going to go ahead, set this thing up where I can measure how many volts are coming into this dude. Don't tell me I got nada. Oh, there you go. It's that low. Holy crap. 8. That might need a trickle charger. However, if I let it on tiny for a bit, it could charge it up.
And now we wait.
Yep. Man, oh man. It's been a minute since I started her. I feel bad. I've neglected Smalls like no tomorrow.
It's all right. She's still got a good heart,
Yep.
good bones. Definitely needs a little bit of loving, but
Just a little bit.
we've just been, a little busy.
Quite a bit busy. So it is what it is. I have a feeling that she's going to start up though. We'll hook it up to the trickle charger, get it charged up, hook it back up to this guy, and then it probably will fire. Especially if I give it some go-go juice.
Okay. All right, well, Gary has decided that the trickle charge is probably going to be the way to go. I'm going to go in here and grab our Jackery really quick. It's coming in handy already. We're going to set that thing up. It has more than enough power to charge up the truck for us. So let's get that going.
We want to take a quick second to say thank you to Jackery for sponsoring today's video and sending us a really, really cool product. Let's check it out. The Jackery 2000 Plus solar generator. This is a really nice, powerful unit, and it comes with a lot of goodies. It's got a tote handle and some wheels. Yeah, buddy. Power on button right down there. We got the AC on button right here. DC power on button right there. There's an AC output reset button right here on the side. I'm thinking it's because, you know, it's got a lot of power. So we've got a 30 amp plug, 120 volt right here, ready to go for your RV. It is really, really nice to be able to have that much power in such a small unit like this. Now it also comes with 20 amp plugs right down here, 2 USBs and 2 Cs right over here, and a car charger plug right there. So the Jackery Explorer 2000 Plus has a battery capacity inside of the unit of 2042 watt hours. But if that's just not enough for you guys, hold on a sec. You can add a whole nother battery bank that doubles that battery capacity. You can add 5 of these batteries banks, giving yourself a voicing power of 12,256.8 watt hours. That's a lot of power capabilities right there. Not only that, but you can double it. You can add 2 Jackery Explorer 2000s, 5 battery units per one, totaling it all together, and you could double that number and give you that much more power. It is insane on the battery capacity that this unit is capable of. And it is really awesome that it's saying that it can surge up to 6,000 watts. You can hook up your whole home's power to your actual battery banks when, you know, an emergency does arise and you lose power naturally from the grid. Now you can actually use those battery banks and power all of your needs in your home right at a flip of a switch. I'm really looking forward to this transfer switch because this is gonna make it to where I can run power in the kids' playhouse and have it to where it is powered fully by Jackery. So right here you can see the backside. I've already got my solar panel plugged in to the DC input down here. This is capable of extending multiple solar panels to it, and you'll be able to tee off. They have a lot of different adapters for them. There's also the AC input, sending the input in for the AC power, as well as you got your AC expansion port right here. Down over here, we have a DC expansion port. That gives you a lot of power, a lot of power. I'm really curious to see exactly what we can throw at this before it surges and trips. And yeah, let's get into it. So right now we already have the George Foreman grill and the waffle maker going. We are sitting at right about 711 watts. Since we've got those hooked up, let's turn on the Ninja. Start that guy up. All right, we are already pulling 2,375 watts right now with the Ninja, the George Foreman, and the waffle maker. Let's bump on the toaster. We are pushing 3,102 watts right now. 3,099, 3,823 watts right now. Something kicked on, I think it was the George Foreman. All right, we're still pushing. We're not kicking it yet. Let's turn on one of these hot plates. Ooh, I think I tripped something. Yep, we tripped it! Once again, the Jackery has surprised me, and I am really happy with this unit in itself. It is able to hold a lot of power and give me a lot of power. It is a nice peace of mind knowing that Jackery has my back, that it can power all of these accessories if need be, if a problem arises. So if you guys are impressed with this unit just as I am, definitely check out the link in the description down below, as well as we pinned one right to the top of the comment section. We've got a link both places, so can't miss it. But definitely check it out if you're looking for a backup battery pack. This one is a real nice one. I cannot wait to get this thing installed for the kids over in their playhouse. It is going to power that whole playhouse fully, and I cannot wait. I know the kids can't either. All right, well, there you have it. That's another Jackery product. I hope you guys really like it. I really like it, and I want to say a huge thank you to Jackery for sponsoring today's video, but we got to get back at it, so let's get it.
Well, I tell you what, if that battery has anything left in it worth saving, the Jackery will definitely power it up for us.
That'll be that. I guess for now, I could move the horse trailer and Biggie out of the road. I'll just go ahead and back up over in there with Biggie still attached. We good right here, right now?
We got Biggie parked with the horse trailer. We've got Smalls over there trickle charging.
Yep.
And now we can get back onto the day.
Yep. We're gonna go grab the netting and go get our actual first look at the poultry netting that we bought. I know it's for the goats, but the poultry netting gives you smaller squares. So it's gonna be a lot of learning curve for the goats. And we're gonna have to keep an eye on them when we do get them set up, because goats like to get tangled up in things.
Yeah.
The first look at this area without the horse trailer.
I know, it looks so big.
It's a lot of area.
It looks huge. Yeah, I see you, Cappy. This area is gonna be for you.
And immediately I'm already missing the horse trailer with all my tools in the back of it.
Oh no. That looks cool. It's already like attached and stuff.
Now that looks like 4 feet.
Yeah. And it looks like super easy to assemble.
I'm gonna set this in the shade over here. And see, I didn't know what it came with, but it does come with a couple of things. So this fencing right here, I got it at Tractor Supply online. It's the Stark line electric netting setup. It looks pretty straightforward. First things first, pull this thing out and see how big of the area it's going to be. That's my first thing. I don't even care about the instructions. Let's find out how big this thing is.
You're like, I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Well, first we're going to want to lay it on the ground and make sure we got everything untied.
Oh, there's still another tie right here.
I think there's one right here. The whole ground or bottom is like that, so I don't see anything on the ends. I think that might be it. I am assuming that one of these ends is the start. This one right here. So if you want to go try to set that over.
Should I be in it or out of it? You want me to put it like up against the building?
I would put the stake part on the outside, I don't think.
It's got little stake caps too.
Oh, yep. Pull those guys.
Put it like right here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get on the outside.
And I would put
Like that?
or away from the fence, or yeah. You don't want it to be touching that metal because it will ground itself out on that, I think. We're gonna have to do something with that corner. I'm gonna have you just lay it down for now while we just walk it.
Where do you want it laid down at, like wide or?
Wherever, however you want to put it. Just remember, the more we go out, the less it's gonna go around. I wouldn't worry too much about stabbing it in the ground. Let's just lay it on the ground.
Just lay it down.
Yep. And then come grab this one and we'll lay it around. And then we'll come back around and actually stab them.
Okay.
Let's get it somewhat close, you know? This is the issue I was worried about.
It tangling.
It tangling up.
It's okay. We will get it. Knots are my specialty. Remember that.
All right. Oh. Dang.
It's a big old net, man.
186 feet. Let's start.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I've got a few.
we're all set. Holy crap.
We still got some extra,
We still have more, like,
which means we could put more
All right.
down in the forest if we wanted to, but
yeah,
I'm afraid of some stuff like,
grounding it out.
yeah. I mean, we could do it back. Behind. I don't know.
I can't believe this. That's a lot.
That is a lot of net.
I mean, holy moly. I cannot believe how big this thing is. This looks like a really good one though. I'm really happy with this.
It's definitely gonna need to go in the forest
Yeah.
or down the path or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's almost too big for this area. Almost. But I have a feeling we are gonna be really happy that we have this excess. So we're having a small issue, if you guys couldn't tell. Right over here, where we're setting up the net, we have so much net. We want to put some of it out here in the forested area, but I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but there are so many vines, like so many vines, which we want the goats to eat them. But it's kind of counterproductive at the moment because we can't put the goats in the viney area because of the vines, but we want the vines to be in the goat area because we want the goats to eat it. I don't know. Quite the conundrum.
Pretty much. Pretty much. So I think I'm gonna come around this way and make my way over this way. I think that'll be the better way.
Okay.
Now we can go through with the little snips and snip off whatever's hanging still, but everything on the ground in that pathway is done. I hope that's enough.
I hope it is.
And we don't have to go more. Just real quick, I'm not going crazy.
Ow, watch out.
I can't believe how much more there is. What in the world?
All right, I got the fence line good, baby.
Huh?
I got the fence line good from all the vines. Woo!
Oh, so that's almost as far as they're gonna go. Rub that guy right into that. I'm gonna have to chop this stuff up over to this guy as well. That's gonna bug me. I'm gonna tighten this thing up. We've got the fence pretty much there. We decided to just, you know, tie it together, see if everything's going to work together first before we try to go ham and change everything up. We can always revamp this later. The biggest thing is this charge controller. I'm trying to figure out where we want to put it. That's the biggest question. I got the grounding rods in and the wires attached to it, but I don't know which way I'm going. Like, I could put this thing inside the actual feed barn over there. The problem is the heat. And this thing is rated for an indoor use aspect where this is hanging inside. So I really don't want to leave this outside in the elements. I mean, we even talked about putting it out here on the side of the building, but the drip of the water coming off the roof, I don't want this thing to get ruined any which way. So I think Melanie has came up with a really, really good idea, and it's putting it on the inside of the barn. We just got to make sure that the wires are out of the way, so the goats don't get them. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So let's see if I can find a place to put this thing in there. I think Melanie is 100% right and correct that we need to put it over here closest to the door. It'll be an easy way that we can unplug and turn off the fence if need be. We can snake it through right here. I'm really curious if I can snake it down below in between the rib. You know what I mean?
I think you can if you pushed.
Might be able to if I take out that screw, and then I should be able to just worm it down in between. And that will definitely be out of the way of the goats. Buddy, I can worm her in just like that. So we don't even have to come inside to turn it off. We can just unplug it from outside.
Perfect.
Leave everything hooked up, and then when we're done, plug her back in.
Heck yeah.
So now the wiring, running it from over there to here. Let's see exactly where I'm at here, because I didn't really leave myself a whole lot of room over here. Warm it up through right there. Right here. Get that in there. That way. Might be enough. we've got the ground wire fully attached right here. We've got to now get it to where we can attach it to the inside and get that thing grounded out, and then it's on to the positive. Getting closer. And I'm hoping that that grounded it. We will find out. Next, positive. Let's run it same way, and we'll attach it over there to the backside. Plenty. I really don't know what I'm doing or if this is going to work at all.
I got faith in you.
Just saying. So now that that's in, let's go connect the other end, then we can plug it in and test it. All right. I think that's it. I think we just need to plug it in.
All right.
Let's run some cords.
So in the future, Gary and I do plan to get like a solar setup for this. We just haven't had enough time to do enough thorough research on which way we want to go about it yet, but that is in the plans. For right now, we're going to be running an extension cord all the way from the barn all the way up to the house, like we did when we had all of the Cornish hen chickens in there. And hopefully, you know, it'll do what it needs to do, and we won't have to run the extension cord for too long before we get the like the solar battery bank charger thing for this area. We'll see.
What's happening right here?
It's sparking where it's not, you can't see sparks, but you hear it. It's snapping. It's going snap, 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 and it sounds like it's coming from where it's tied up. We might have to stretch it.
I think it might be because these are touching.
What? The bottom?
And it's grounding out. See what I'm saying? And going zap, zap because it's touching. Let me see if it's... So I checked everything and it seems like everything's fine. The only thing is we bundled up the wire right here. So I'm going to go ahead and unbundle it, straighten it out, get it all nice and taut, and then we will hit that thing on again and see if it's sparking still. This guy out. Go for it. I'm pretty positive we set it up right, and all of what I'm hearing on the zapping, tapping, and everything else is literally our fence grounding out to the ground because it's touching the ground. Anywhere that the white strands are hitting the ground, it's shorting out and going and giving a shock. So we want to be able to have this thing really, I think what we're going to probably end up having to do is adjust these things ever so slightly wherever we need it and tie it off so it's not going to be hitting the ground. So, I mean, that's pretty much it with the fence. We'll straighten it out, fix it however we need it to do, or be and whatnot, and then we can cut out some holes and get the goats in here and see how they like it.
Heck yeah. So we just got done moving the fence around completely, clearing out the bottom to the very best of our ability, even more than we did before. And we ended up pulling some extra strings and like tightening some of the stakes. For instance, this corner right here. Gary went ahead and tied the rope that came with it up to this just so that way it can help keep this extra tight. We've got it all set up all around here so they have a good spot behind the barn. We've got another one of those ropes right here in this area, keeping this part all nice and tight. And not only does it come to this front area, but it also comes down to this side area. And like I said, as you can see, this is the back of the barn area, and they have so much area all over here, which this spot is like pretty much shaded 24/7. So this will definitely be like where I imagine we're gonna see the goats hanging out the majority of the time this summer. But let's take you around to the front and show you guys how much space we got over there too. Check it out, friends. Look at this huge area they have. It makes this bottom tier look gigantic.
Yes, I'm ecstatic on how big this thing is.
Yeah.
I was not anticipating it to be this big.
Well, I'm really happy with how the fence turned out and the fact that it's all electrified.
Yes, it's there. That was a little bit to get it all stretched out and figure out what's what.
It always is. We're always like, oh, this should be easy. This isn't gonna take that long. 10 hours later. We literally were working on this all day, but it's all good, man. It's all good. It's there. It's where it needs to be. We're actually gonna wrap it up for today for right now, because as you guys can see, or maybe you can't see because the sun is already like going down. So it's about that time that we clean our area up from our big mess that we've made today. We get the goats back in the barn, and tomorrow morning we're gonna come out and we're gonna cut the holes for the barn, because it's not as easy peasy as what we were originally thinking. We are gonna have to take some of those bolts out and like...
We're gonna have to finagle it a little bit to get those in. But the second that we get those holes in, that's going to be really, really nice, because then the goats can easily go in and out of their actual barn and have a huge, wonderful area to be able to graze and have fun with.
Heck yeah.
We should definitely try to get some like grass seed or something like that, or something.
I don't know.
In there and around. I don't know if they would just eat it all down to dirt.
I don't know. I think the goats just being there too will help with the land, but I don't know. That's not a bad idea. I would love to have more grass over here. All the spots that are just dirt, I'd love for there to be grass.
Whatever.
Clover, something. Some sort of ground covering other than dirt, but you know, it is what it is. So that's all we got for you guys for today. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and watching today's episode. And until the next one, friends, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.